Hey guys, welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum Randomizer. Last time we beat Seto and Ishizu. Seto wasn't that difficult. Shizu was actually a lot harder. she had Great Moth, who was incredibly strong, and well, I mean, the map also didn't really help our monsters, and we sort of just destroyed her symbol and moved on. Well, next up, I guess we have Yami Merrick, who normally I think isn't that strong of an opponent. He's pretty easy in Libra mod, and I think in the regular one he isn't very good either. However, he does have a fire symbol this time, and that could be dangerous, although fire symbol will mean that his monsters will probably be pretty frail, so you don't have to worry as much about our own damage output, which is probably the weakest part of our deck, is that our attacking prowess isn't great. But let's see, he wins, that's unfortunate. And he goes, he goes first, which is logical, because I don't think there's really any benefit from going second in this one. I am going to go just the normal side, because if I start on the other side, the camera will be a pain in the ass most of the time. So, we're not going to be able to see what he has, and also I guess we got Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon here, with the 360 AP, which is a lot. Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon actually doesn't seem too bad of a monster. Of course, he also, it'd be really good if we were using a thunder or dark symbol, but we're not. So we have is 70% dark, which isn't really that great for our light monsters. Probably means that we're probably not bringing Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, because, well, if it doesn't get its major, if it loses its attacking prowess, then he's really just useful for taking hits and using one Neuron Blast. But let's look. Fire Reaper's damage output is always good. You're cheap. You're cheap. We now have a level 8 Fatigue Angel, for what it's worth. Not much. Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress. I brought last time and he didn't really do much, but hopefully this time around he's a bit better. This map is probably better suited for Crawling Dragon than the previous ones that we've been doing. I think I'm going to get Gaia, and then with 140 left, we can choose to bring maybe Magician of Faith. I really don't know which side he's going to prefer. Usually he prefers to go over here or this side, but that just happens to be they just happen to go there because of their monsters fitting their monsters more than anything else, and obviously they have different monsters, so they could be going a completely different way now. So I guess I'm just gonna balance it like this. For once, I think we're actually bringing the same amount of monsters as the opponent, who's got a pretty good combination of monsters for his symbol. 3 fire, 2 wind is very solid, and dark helps on the map. And earth always aren't too bad, right? The earth are never really bad. So it seems like he's actually got himself a pretty good team. Of course, it depends on what fire monsters he gets. Like, here's Flame Swordsman, who is usually, like... Flame Swordsman usually has, like, a pretty decent amount of health and defense going for him. Although, this time he only has 18 defense. Never mind. I think that's definitely a change from Libra mod, which I'm assuming. 81 isn't that incredible for what it could have been. But 512 attack is super dangerous. And also, like, his hand kind of... I can't do that with my fingers, put it that way. Though 350 AP, or MP, yeah, level 8. Although, we can take advantage of this. With him having only an attack range of 1. Otherwise, he's got Legion, that's kind of scary. Legion's pretty good. He's got Thousand Dragon, jeez. Barrel Imp. Typhoon 2, Super War Lion, and Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress 2. So, he's clearly got a pretty strong team, but I think most of these are pretty frail, so you should be able to two-shot most of these opponents. Maybe even one-shotting them with the right monsters. I mean, we also have Sinister Serpent, so you should be able to hit the fire monster with even more damage. Alright, just got everyone out except for 2. And he just decides to go on in with Flame Swordsman. Here's Super War Lion, which, I mean, he's like, I don't mind if I take that one. Super War Lion, unfortunately, is level 5. But, like, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But, like, 264 is a lot of AP for this. For a monster that can attack half the spaces on the map. And thus can be played around quite easily. If it had 2 attack range, it would have been a lot better. Alas, it does not have that. And is doomed to be somewhat mediocre of a monster. Kind of bad for how high its cost is. Like, it can take hits though, so there's that. And generally speaking, me as the computer, or as me as the human player, can maneuver that monster better than the computer player. As the computer doesn't really, well, they sometimes think about moving around your attack range, but they're not as good at that as me, or just generally human players. Let's see. Yeah, you're 2x2, which isn't too bad. The stats are pretty manageable for you. Honestly, you're quite manageable as well. Typhoon, same thing. Typhoon kind of sucks. And you know what? I'll also say is this map is not great for monsters that take a lot of, you know, who have. It's not very good for monsters with very low health because this just brings them down even further. The nice thing is that we can move everyone every turn. But like I said, there's a decent chance they'll just put their monsters in the damaging spot. And that's 50 in this one. which is like a lot. 50 is like a hell of a lot of damage to take on these maps. And Thousand Dragon is probably their most dangerous monster. Although you can go over here and kind of immediately cause some trouble. Of course, this way you don't. But this thing's gonna take like 1/4 of his health from just, you know, being over there. Yeah, it seems like you're not in the diagonal. Yeah, you aren't. No one else is in the diagonal either. There's Super War Lion, but that's still a bit away. Well, let's see. And the funny thing is, if you get this in a stalemate, sometimes your monster's just gonna die from just standing on these spots for like the entire map, or for at least a couple turns, because they can only survive a few of them. So, Thousand Dragon can go 1, 2, 3, and you know, attack Magician of Faith. And you can go 1, 2, 3, not really too much. You can get over to Feral. Feral Imp can get it over to us, is what I should say.
Are you thinking of a plan to run away, Pharaoh?
Maybe I am. Probably wanna not move you there, but if we move you over here, we're not gonna be in the Lashian's range. And you're gonna be in Thousand Dragon's range. What is your SPA? Oh yeah, I think you just take terrain effectiveness. I have to move you back too as well. And well, we could go over here. Yeah, Feral Imp does not reach. Kind of forgot how much health Feral Imp has. 371 is a lot. I mean, that guy's down to 95. I hope I didn't put it in that guy's range. I think I did, yeah. That's unfortunate, but oh wow. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. But hey, at least Crawling Dragon doesn't die and can probably score a kill next turn against this thing. Even if, you know, if we didn't put it forward, he probably would have just kept that thing on that space until it died. But playing it like that is also kind of boring. You definitely made the wrong choice. So, placing you here sort of doesn't put you in your range. It does not put it in Feral Imp's range. It puts it in no one's range. Yeah, that's one monster taken care of. Put quite a few of them in the damaging areas. I think one of the other things is that they're kind of just outranging us. Like, that's one of the weaknesses of most of the Earth monsters, that they don't have great range. And it kind of just happens to have a few monsters with pretty decent range. specifically Legend. I mean, once we take care of Legend, he's in a much worse spot, at least in terms of actually being able to reach us. If he's able to reach Sinister Serpent, as well as Magician of Faith, but back you off. I mean, you can go 1, 2, not get over here. It's really down to you. We can get over here. I mean, that would probably be sacrificing Fire Reaper, so not fully interested in that. But all the damage he's taking right here is very useful for us, as it kind of bridges the lack of damage that we can generally pull off against these guys anyways with our well, with the light symbol. So I can go over here if I feel like it and just finish off Feral Imp. Probably not actually, but you can at least check how much damage this is. About 100. Your sword is still not in the range. I mean, that's not much damage either. You can go 1, 2 for read, attack it all the way over here. You can go 1, 2 for read. Legend, you can go over here or here. If we move you here, then we're in the range of a Feral Imp. But we're not in the range of Super Warline. Feral Imp's attack is only at 166, so you can survive this. Legend shouldn't be able to reach that spot. That would probably put you over here, which would then make you a target for a few of my guys over here. The other option he's got is move over here and attack Gaia, or one of these two. So gonna move those up a bit. Move you up here. That will put you in. It won't put you in Legend's range, but it'll put it in the diagonal where you would be able to attack. But let's see what he does. Happy Lover isn't taking really any damage. Okay. I was gonna say Happy Lover really isn't taking much damage from him, but now it's the question of I want to put everyone else now. You can do this and hit you for a lot of damage, and you'd survive by 4. It would be real unfortunate. Otherwise, Legend could go 1, 2, 3 and hit this spot, this spot. Legend can hit an unfortunate amount of stuff from there. Put it that way. You know, if only we could reach him. If only, you know, Crawling Dragon did enough damage to kill it, but he misses by 4 points. I mean, you can always go here too. I mean, how much does this do? 148. I mean, together with Happy Lover, that's a kill. I mean, 165 health. I mean, with the defense, you will be able to take hits from you. Sure. I mean, if it dies, it dies. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's not like we're doing an Iron Man run or anything like that, so we'll just leave him an ultimatum between killing either. Actually, this isn't even in his range. That's fine. He's gonna leave him an ultimatum, but that's kind of out of the window now. And Paralimp's not gonna hurt Happy Lover for much damage anyways. One thing that is nice that if we win is we can get a decently leveled Super War Lion. Alright, so if you're going over here, we can keep you at least here to go and do a big chunk of damage. I'll put you here to just get you closer to the action. Same kind of goes for Sinister Serpent. We could put Sinister Serpent over here, but that is one of those things I don't really feel like doing. Sure, Magician of Faith, you go one forward. You go over here, actually. Well, that's either. It could also technically go after Crawling Dragon. Yeah, I didn't think so. But, I mean, Legion's dead next to him regardless. I think Feral Imp can only kill our light monsters for probably less than 50 damage anyways. Feral Imp really isn't even that much of a threat. The biggest threat left once we finish off with Jin is definitely Thousand Dragon, and Super Warline can, I guess, do a decent bit of damage too. It is cool that you'll get to see Super Warline in action. I mean, he is technically like the secret reward monster for Earth, but like that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, the secret reward monster for light monsters is 𝐒𝐓𝐘𝐋𝐄, so 𝐒𝐓𝐘𝐋𝐄 isn't really that great either. Alright, there comes Thousand Dragon. So Typhoon decided to stay there, that is fine. Let's see, in terms of damage, let's start off with you. We can move everyone, so we should take advantage of that as much as possible. Someone will probably get hit by the Feral Imp. I'm really kind of worried about one thing, that is the fact that I don't think we'll be able to finish him off. Well, we can move you, I guess. I think this will just about work. But it does require Gaia to probably take the hit from Thousand Dragon. Thank God you do enough, Sinister Serpent. Thank God. I know we still have Typhoon over there, but Typhoon is dead in one hit and has one. Is a 2x1 monster. 2x1, so like we can outrun that thing with everyone. To be fair, Gaia can probably take a hit from Thousand Dragon anyways. Could also go for the kill on Happy Lover, but you know, it's his choice, I guess. So getting rid of Legend there does luckily not mean that he won't just one-shot another one of our monsters, because that would have been an issue. Super Warline can literally only attack Sinister Serpent, who it probably will not kill. Typhoon can't do anything. Oops. I accidentally knocked my glasses off of my face. And then we have Thousand Dragon, who admittedly can do a lot of damage to someone, but also has already lost like 1/4 of its health. And just decides to cower away instead of actually going for maybe a kill. Typhoon decides to come forward. Hello, Typhoon. Goodbye, Typhoon. Hello, level 9. And that is Super Warlion dead. It just leaves us with Thousand Dragon. Which is sort of over there. Probably contemplating. Alright, let's think about this. You can take 2 hits from him. Like, it's as simple as that. Place you here too, because why not? Don't feel like losing Happy Lover, so let's not sack you. I can do that, but I can also use my Spiral Shaver. Which doesn't kill either, but sure was close. 268. Yeah, you're not surviving that. We'll just finish it off next turn with Gaia. And because why not, let's show off the Spiral Shaver. I think we have shown it off before, but like, it's fun to see, right? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, Gaia. Fair enough.
I'll make you.
Alright, that wasn't too difficult. But, Yeah, that is the one thing when you're facing off against a fire symbol. Well, you have to be very careful. Usually, it's one of the more doable attack, like huge attack opponents, because of the fact that simply put, they have very low health and defense. Sparkle of Earth, no clue what that does, but we've got it now. Let's take Super War Lion, definitely. And as for who else to take, sure, Thousand Dragon. Come join us. Alright, and now it's just Yami Bakura, who I think has been given the thunder symbol. Yeah. He is normally thunder in Libra mod as well, and I think he's dark in the vanilla. And I can tell you that in Libra mod he is probably the most consistently difficult opponent. At least in terms of like Iron Manning it, but like usually this is a difficult map. Of course, it's all just kind of dependent on, you know, what does he get? Of course, I'm also hoping to go first because then I can actually see what he's got going for him. Please let me go first. Thank you. I definitely needed that. So let's see. Thunder symbol, but how many thunder monsters does he actually have? One. Two. Okay. Not gonna lie, he probably would have been more beneficial for him to get the light symbol or the earth symbol. I'm assuming it just takes one or the other. It's probably because of the thunder monster being generated maybe first, but he does have Royal Guard, which he funnily enough also has in Libra mod. There's Dice Armadillo, the Blue-Eyes White Dragon, Prisman, Kurama, Arsenal Bug, and Sengijin. I know Sengijin is really bad, but like, kind of want to use it. On the opposite side, I mean, there's Prisman and another Blue Eyes. Royal Guard and Dice Armadillo are like the clear monsters we have to look out for. Those two light monsters should be pretty severely handicapped. Once again, the light monsters really aren't too strong on this one, but now we have two Super War Lions. For how much that means. I mean, stat-wise, 185, 546. I mean, it is a decent bit stronger than Millennium Golem. But Millennium Golem also has, I guess, a little bit of a better movement pattern, although Rabbit Horseman is then already like infinitely better. So we probably don't want to bring out too many light monsters. He doesn't even have any dark monsters for himself. There really isn't that much of a reason to. But we'll bring out Happy Lover still, all the same, and Lovers isn't garbage, so we'll bring him. We got 4 monsters to pick from now. Thinking, let's bring Rabbit Horseman. And I honestly kind of just want to bring Gaia. That leaves us with like a very low 58, so that's not looking very viable. So we'll just keep it at Rabbit Horseman because I haven't used him in a bit. Let's use the Celtic Guardian. I'm gonna bring Lesser Dragon now. We've got 60 left, so we can bring One of like Needleworm, Time Wizard, One-Eyed Shield Dragon, I guess. I mean, not you, I guess. Oh, we'll just bring Sinister Serpent. But yeah, it's not really the scariest opposition. The main scary monster, I think, will be Royal Guard. So yeah, 4 Earth, 1 Light, 1 Fire, 1 Wind, and 1 Water monster brought. Alright, you give a flat 100. I mean, you should give a good chunk as well. Yeah, that's kind of it. Most of the rest, actually, never mind. There's Sinister Serpent. Outside of the, like, pretty strong. Like, Sinister Serpent's really good, but Sinister Serpent is like the reward monster, or like the secret monster for water types, which like you need. I think 50. You need to own like 50 water monsters for the chance to buy Sinister Serpent, which is sort of a lot. Here's Rabid Horseman. Can't even open Blue Eyes. I don't remember Arsenal Bug being very good. Mostly because I believe it's one of those 2x1 monsters. 3x1. But still, that's not too scary. Kurama does the exact same thing, but I guess they can work in tandem. Okay, well, time to finish up opening our monsters. Also, it seems like we can move everyone, even the symbol, so that's good. Here comes Blue Eyes, I guess, and Dice Armadillo. So yeah, let's sort of just check that out, huh? So, Dice Armadillo level 5, which I think is the lowest level it could be. Dice Armadillo, it is incredibly frail, that's the main thing, but it can actually hit quite hard. 84 is what it's got. That is also just not that bad of a movement and attack pattern combination. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is butchered, or the Blue Eyes Red Dragon is butchered by the Thunder System symbol, as it's got absolutely no health and will probably be one shot by most things. Of course, the one thing that also doesn't help is the fact that the map really fucks up light monsters. So, yeah. Also, it's level 5, which is like the lowest level it could be. He's not lucky with the levels, put it that way. He did not get very lucky with the way the cookie crumbled. I mean, what can I say? 1, 2, you're over there. 1, 2, 3. You better be quick, my friend, or you're dying. Rabbit Horse can also just take some hits, so it's sort of just fine. I mean, it's got what, 518 health. The opponents aren't really brimming with a whole lot of attacking prowess. Outside of Dice Armadillo, who we can just hit the next turn if he doesn't move away. Here comes Prisman and Royal Guard. Royal Guard is what I would have assumed to be his strongest monster. Of course, there is Sengajin still. He can be kind of scary, I guess. Alright. Moved out of the way, which makes sense. So yeah, Royal Guard on the flip side is really strong. And obviously has a pretty good movement and attack combination. Prisman is just like the drizzling shits. And then we have Sengajin, who like is legitimately like not too terrible. Level 5, a little unfortunate. Like he is not been lucky with the levels, as he's gotten essentially about the lowest it can be for almost everyone. Yeah, if only you were 6 or 4x2. If you were 4x2, you would have been able to like block some shit, shove some shit out. You can stand over here, or you can stand over there. I'd rather stand over there actually to potentially block some stuff. That still wouldn't. This puts us only in Blue Eyes range. The Blue Eyes crusted ass up dragon. Oops, I bumped my mic. Of course, the one thing is Dice Armadillo. Oh. Dice Armadillo can actually not reach. Yeah, let's get everyone forward, and I feel like we've sort of taken the reverse role of what usually happens in this map. It's honestly usually him coming after you, but I don't think he's really got the all of his guys kind of cost a lot of AP to get out, so he wasted a lot of turns on that. Yeah, sure, Blue Eyes can hit us for 69 damage. We can one-shot Blue Eyes with a good couple of our guys, I think. Interesting. Get that motherfucker, Celtic Guardian. Jeez, it's an ugly motherfucker. He is not winning most beautiful contests, put it that way. I don't think you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. You wouldn't ever really be able to reach Royal Guard. I do believe Royal Guard can reach Celtic Guardian though. It's brutal. It is brutal, not gonna lie. That shit's brutal. Thing is, I think Royal Guard is the only one that can do anything this turn. Like, it can hit Rabid Horseman, and that is it. Actually, Prisman might be able to hit the Celtic Guardian, but that's, you know, that is the levels we're talking about. I mean, we're massacring this guy. Worst case scenario, where he takes like one of our guys out. A whole 51 damage. Alright, this should do a lot of damage, but it's not enough. Like I said. Alright, Rabbit Horseman. Next turn, you're gonna get this motherfucker. That monster is genuinely a big threat. That is a genuinely really strong monster. We just happen to have... Oh, shit. Alright, well, fair enough. I did not see that part. So much for that. Alright, well now we're gonna have to probably deal with that for a bit. Probably move you over there. Valaris only had one more. I'm gonna do that with you. Let's think about that. $48. Similarly, if we could have gotten you one more further, I mean, 154. He's got over here. He gets plus 21 here. I mean, this guy's got decent bit of health, so we ain't killing you in one go, but. I mean, that would lower yours by a lot, but. As in by 37. I mean, you just don't have enough attack. I mean, it's as simple as that. 100 is not a lot, but like that guy needs to be dealt with. That doesn't do enough, I know that much, but God, if only we can move you up a bit more. You sort of just don't want to give him targets, huh? See, that just doesn't seem worth it. Doing this gives us slightly more options. Arsenal Bug, I don't see killing Senator Serpent, and Kurama kinda can't do anything. Of course, he can go like over here, or over here, or over here. But he is relatively safe for Fire Reaper. I mean, we've only lost Rabbit Horseman so far. Okay. That'll definitely allow us to finish it off with thingy. It doesn't do anything with Sengajin either. So like what, how much does this do? 123? How much defense do you have? 53, what if I just use my SPA on, I guess, you? I mean, we probably could have finished it off with just Fire Reaper, but we needed Celtic Guardian to move anyways. Shit. He does not do enough damage. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Is what I would say if Larvas didn't reach. And now for multiple turns we're trying to finish off Sengajin. Also, how strong is the symbol? Kinda average. I mean, it's not a bad amount of damage. Sengajin decides to do nothing. Sure. Okay, running away, I see. Well, I mean, we'll just hit him some more, I guess. How much health do you have? Or you've got 223 attack. We've got about 400 health, so. Fortunately, there's no one else that can reach him. But, 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's fine. Next turn, I think we'll just, you know. Also, I guess Kurama can hit Fire Reaper, but he won't kill Fire Reaper. Next turn, we'll destroy Sengajin, take the symbol, and then we'll have beaten Yami Bakura. You know, if we never get to see his attack animation, I at least want to see it once. I think he probably just smashes someone with his hammer, but I don't know why. I've always really liked Sengajin's just design and overall kind of interesting lore it has. Too bad it's basically always terrible in every game it's in, but like, you know, look at this guy. I mean, if we look at his stats, I mean, 223, although from a base 1889. Yeah, sure. I think everyone else is basically level 9, right? Yeah, you're level 9, 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 and you're level 9, so everyone else is level 9. Alright, let's finish this.
This is not funny.
You heard it here first, folks. It is not funny. Alright, then. Yeah, no experience thing because he's already max level. Get 92 from this. You know, just an extra little level for Lesser Dragon. And, you know, for who to take, I'll take Sengajin. He gets 36 points of defense on our symbol. I mean, I guess we can take a leveled up Blue Eyes White Dragon instead of our non-leveled up one. As that will be the finishing off of area 4. Yeah, we're only one area. There's only one area left. So it's just 5 more opponents.
What's going on? Is that the new path Joey was talking about?
Yeah, here is our final dungeon. Yeah, the King Coliseum. So, yeah, we'll check that out in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.